This is a fully loaded Range Rover. I have a Range Rover myself. I have a Range Rover Sport, and it's a 2018 model. Nicest car I've ever owned. It's got so many toys and things, and it's just a lovely thing to drive. But it is quite old by modern standards, which does mean it doesn't bing and bong all the time whenever you do anything remotely possibly wrong, but that's another story. However, I've never owned and certainly never driven, or the other way around, I've never driven and certainly never owned a full fat big Range Rover like this. I've heard a lot about full fat Range Rovers, that they're the best cars ever made. I see them on the road all the time. I live in Warwickshire. We do have stop beeping. I'm not going above the speed limit. JLR, Jaguar Land Rover, are based here, so you see a lot of these cars around. You see a lot of development vehicles as well from Land Rover where they're covered in the kind of camouflage stuff. I just lust after this big Range Rover all the time because I just know it. I know it's the ultimate car, but I've only just had the opportunity now to run one as though it's my own car. So I've chucked the car seat in the back for my son. We've used it for trips to the shops. I've used it to go back and to and from the studio where I work. I don't want it to go back. Everything I've heard about Range Rovers, as in these Range Rovers, is true. So what I thought I'd do in this video, because firstly, this car has been reviewed 1,000 times. It's been out for quite a while. I thought instead, let's give you a day in the life of using this, because today I need to head down to London. I've got a meeting in London that I need to go to, and that means going down to Westfield, parking in a very tight car park. First though, let's pull over somewhere and have a look around this thing, because it is stunning. First thing, it's huge. It's really, really big. My Range Rover Sport is large, but this is longer, definitely, because it hangs off the drive. I love the rear of these new Range Rovers. If I turn it on, we get nice little light animations here. This is the camera shutter speed. Doesn't matter. That doesn't happen. They just look very, very cool. It's just such an imposing but impressive looking car, isn't it? And the front end, you know, if that was the last thing you saw, I'd be happy. Look at it. Huge. Recently, there's been quite a few car break-ins near my house, and it's got me thinking, I need a dash cam. But these break-ins happen often at night, so it can't be any old camera. That's why I've finally been trying out the 4K T800 dash cam from 70mi. It's a full 3-channel setup, which means it records the front, rear, and the inside of the car, all at once. And both the front and rear cameras record in 4K, powered by Sony's Starvis 2 sensors. With 2 patent technology, My Color Vivid Plus solution, and 70mi Night Owl Vision, the clarity is excellent even at night. That's thanks to their LumiVision tech, which means even when you're parking in dim areas or underground garages, the footage stays sharp, so there's no more useless grainy clips. Inside the cabin, it auto switches to infrared night vision when it's dark, which is great for things like ride sharing safety or just keeping an eye on things during those long road trips. It also has proper HDR recording across all 3 channels, so even when the light changes quickly, like going under a bridge for instance, or driving into the sun, everything stays balanced and visible. It's even got a 4G connected parking mode. So if someone gets too close or bumps your car, it records and sends an alert instantly to your phone. And that means even when the car's off, it's still watching. If you want to level up your car's protection, the 70mi 4K T800 is absolutely worth a look. Check out the link below and grab 25% off for Black Friday. Things get more impressive when you get inside, and actually I'm going to start from the rear. We do have these flush door handles, obviously, which once you open the car, pop out like that. I love driving, but I would be happily driven around in this all day, all week. I do like cream, light interiors like this. I don't know how much I'd like it as my own car, because I would worry constantly, particularly with my son, but it's just such a lovely place to be. There's this wood finish everywhere. We also have the Meridian signature sound system, surround sound, all that stuff, amazing. We have rear screens here as well, which I believe pretty much the only way you can get stuff into these is via HDMI, which is a bit weird, but then I'm not complaining. These seats in this particular model are adjustable in the back, so I can move them forward like that. How far does it go back? It won't go any further back because the parcel shelf's still there. I love this. They give you Land Rover headphones, so if you're watching stuff on your screen here, you can lock yourself away into your own little world with some Land Rover headphones, which I didn't realise you got that. That must be an option. We have all the controls here for lighting and stuff like that. The absolute showpiece of this rear interior is this, which my son found by putting his foot on it and pressing it. If I press this, the centre armrest automatically comes down, which is cool in itself. That would be enough for me, to be honest. We have the wood here again, but you get this screen, so you get like a rear screen where you can change the blinds. So this has built-in blinds which come up here. Oh, there we go. Doesn't do anything at the moment. Okay, you can sort out the rear screens from here as well. Car's gone off, brilliant. You can just do lots of stuff from there, which is great. Obviously we get a massive panoramic sunroof, which is just utterly gorgeous. Very quickly, cup holders. If I press this thing extends. Everything's automatic just for comfort. If we open this, we have cup holders. Beautiful. Okay, so now press that and it slides back into place. I could do that all day. Another great thing about Range Rovers is that you can close the tailgate like that. You can do that on mine as well. But if I open it with this, that opens, but also this opens as well. So you have this shelf here, which my son loves sitting on. And I noticed the other day that there's cup holders here. So in theory, you can sit on the back of your Range Rover, glass of champagne, put it there, and you just have the best day ever. I might just sit here. Massive boot, as you'd guess, lots of stuff I've put in here. It has air suspension, so we can lower and raise it if we need to. So we can press that and the car goes up, press that and it goes down. We have charging sockets in there. Everything you could ever need from a rear. Look at the size of it, it's massive. And also, you can put the seats down and it's automatic. I won't bother showing you, but if you press this, the seats over there go down. And that gives you an absolutely humongous space to put stuff. These are the comfiest seats I've ever sat in. They have a hot stone massage and all sorts of other different types of massage. My girlfriend doesn't want me to let go of this car. She's most of the press cars that I get, she's quite critical about. This is the first one where she's been like, no, you can keep this. I can't keep it, obviously. We've got a lovely display behind the steering wheel that gives you all the information you'd need, including maps. In my Range Rover Sport, we have a screen there and the screen there with all the fancy stuff for off-roading, which I never do. They don't have that in these new Range Rovers. They just have one screen, which is fine, and it makes it look even more plush and posh and very upmarket. The system isn't bad. If I had one criticism, it's that it's at times a little bit sluggish. It feels like it needs a faster chip. They have removed a fair few buttons. We do have the drive select here, and we have parking, and that's it really. There aren't any heater controls, so you do lose that. So again, going back to Range Rovers of old, and certainly my Range Rover, which has loads and loads of buttons everywhere, we do lose that. We do get lots of buttons on the steering wheel, which is nice, and we do get all the seat controls and everything down here, so that's good. As I mentioned earlier, we have the Meridian signature sound system. Speaker there, speakers literally everywhere, and it sounds incredible. The seats are heated and cooled. This is heated as well. Heated steering wheel. This one has the wooden finish on the steering wheel as well. Leather everywhere. This is all leather. All the headlining is leather as well. In terms of stowage, we have lots of room down here, two nicely sized cup holders, and in here, a fridge. Okay, one thing this car is supposed to be, we know it's very good at, is off-roading. So yeah, you can, as I will, enjoy a lovely leisurely drive down the motorway, but in theory, it can take on anything. It's very rough ground down here. And this car's so comfortable still. I'm in auto everything. I've not put any kind of off-road mode because I don't need to really. It's not that bad. But there's lots of big potholes, really big pot. This is a big one. I know that. There's another big one here. I know it's a big one. You just don't know it's there. Let's turn around and do that again. I could do this all day as well. Let's go a bit faster. I'm off-road, by the way. I'm not on a public highway or public street or anything. This is very much a playground. The one thing this car does have is rear wheel steering, which has some massive benefits, which I'll show you later on, but that is obviously helping manoeuvrability here as well. This car can take on anything. I know it can. I know I haven't tried to take on anything. Let's go onto this grass. Drive around here. This is very bumpy, lots of rabbit holes and things. No rabbits in them, I'm sure, don't worry. Let's come around here. Ooh, lovely. And let's once again go down here. I think the amazing, wow, that was a big bump. I think, but again, not really troubled. I think the incredible thing, oh, let's run these people over. There are some people there. There we go, didn't expect that. Stopped very well then on a very slippery surface. I think the amazing thing about these Range Rovers is that they do feel like they could just do anything. So if the worst happens, if we have a zombie apocalypse or whatever happens, we'll be fine. I'll be all right. I'll have massage seats as well, which is lovely, but I will be okay. No matter where I have to go, what I have to do, I'm gonna be absolutely fine because I'm in this Range Rover and it can do anything. The other thing I've just realized is that I've made it very dirty. Let's see what it looks like dirty. Yeah, it's pretty dirty now, but to be honest, I think it looks good for it. This color, by the way, is growing on me. It's a kind of gold color. I'll put the name of the color down here. The weather is about to turn, so get back in this, go home, get changed, and then drive down to London. Keep waffling on about how much I love this car. This is my Range Rover Sport. I love it. I love that car to death, but it's not this, is it? Let's be honest. What I love about this car as well is that even when you get it horrendously dirty, when you get in, apart from the beeping, you just enter this beautifully serene world. It doesn't matter what's going on out there. It doesn't matter that this car has been driven through puddles and mud, and it just doesn't matter. Look at this interior. 92 miles, 1 hour, 46 minutes of pure driving bliss. This is the P550e version, so it's got the combination of an electric motor and an inline 6-cylinder 3-litre twin turbocharged petrol engine. It's a bit of a revelation, to be honest, because driving around town, you just use it like an EV. Right now, it's got just over 50% of the battery remaining, which according to the trip computer, should give me about 29 miles. Combined with just over 3/4 of a tank of petrol, I get 279 miles. Now, I did run out of EV range yesterday, and it's a relatively thirsty car. Because it has that EV range and you can charge it up at home, you barely touch the petrol if you're just driving around town. I mean, how often, if you think about it, do you do more than 50 miles a day around your hometown? You don't. So even though I've always been a little bit reticent to commit to a hybrid personally, this makes sense. I think in a Range Rover, which typically speaking aren't that great on fuel because they're big cars, big heavy cars, the fact that you have that EV range, it almost justifies buying this car. It's a weird way to justify it, but if you really want a Range Rover, but you're not keen on the running costs, because you add in insurance, warranty potentially if you're buying it second hand, road tax, it really becomes a very expensive car to run. This would, I think would cost me less, apart from the price of the car itself, which I will get to later. You might be wondering what the performance is like when you're just in EV mode, and it's not like a normal EV in that respect. Yes, it can pull off pretty quickly and there's plenty of torque to get you out of trouble when you need to, but it's not really intended for that. It's intended, as I mentioned earlier, to nip around town and do that sort of stuff, and for that it's just beautiful, and it adds to the serene nature inside this car. So for instance, at the moment I'm doing 55, 56 miles an hour on the motorway. It's just so chilled out in here, and I think part of the reason for that is the EV motor doing its thing, which is basically not making a noise but propelling me forward down the road. When the petrol engine kicks in a lot of plug-in hybrids, it can be a bit jarring, it's very noisy, and in some cases you do get a bit of a jolt. Don't get that obviously in this. This is a Range Rover, and when it kicks in you can hear it, but it's more of a background, oh okay, I think the engine's just started. There's something about this Range Rover that is so relaxing, which reminds me, I need to put on the seat massage. This is this is what I mean about this system. It can be a little bit slow at times. Turn it on. This particular car, this is the autobiography version, by the way. This has front and rear massage seats. So I've got hot stones on at the moment, which obviously heats the seat up and then starts kneading you in the back. And you can change. You can choose lower back, you can choose upper back, go up, go down. Rolling is nice. Rolling kind of goes up your back like that and then down again. My son, who is 3 years old, the first time I took him into the back of the car to show him all the cool tech back there, he didn't want to leave. He didn't want to go into the house. We've had other people in here. We've had passengers, and we've had other friends and family in, and they've all said the same thing, which is, I don't want to get out of this. These seats are the comfiest seats I've ever sat in, ever. And I don't just mean cars, I mean just the comfiest seats ever. The best way to describe it is that it's like driving a 5-star hotel. That's what this car feels like. The other question I always have for expensive cars like this, prestige cars, is do I feel out of place or self-conscious driving them? Do I feel self-conscious driving this? Not really. People do look at you. There are some downsides to that. You definitely don't get let out at junctions quite as often as you might do in, let's say, a Fiesta. Okay, let's do the drive-through test, because modern roads, unbelievably, in the UK anyway, it might be different where you live, but in the UK, modern roads are not made for big cars. Now this is where the rear steering comes into its own. This bit is very tight. This is such a big car. It's huge. It's massive. It's not mine. It's very expensive. But it's so easy to manoeuvre. That was so easy. I didn't worry then at all, only a little bit.
Hi, I'll strive. Can I take your order?
Yeah, can I have a medium latte, please?
No worries. Anything else, please?
Yeah, do you have any cakes or anything, or?
Yeah, for cakes we've got the blueberry muffin.
Is there a chocolate muffin?
Only the Terry's chocolate orange muffin.
I'll go for that, please. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Anything else, please?
That's it, thank you. Terry's chocolate orange muffin. Why not? Festive. This is easy. Lovely. Cheers. Thank you. Very handy for drive-throughs, this car, because it's nice and high. Lovely. Cheers. Thank you.
Good day.
You too. Thanks a lot. Okay, this bit looks crunch-tastic for your alloys. It's very tight. But again, you immediately have that reassurance about that rear steering. Even if you don't know what rear steering is, some people who buy this car won't know what it is. It may take a little while to work out why it's so easy to maneuver. Do everything one-handed. The steering is so light. It's much, much lighter than my car. Not sure why I'm parking up. I need to get back on the road. So what is it actually like to drive? Well, it kind of abstracts away the driving, if that makes sense. You're aware you're driving a very big car, but equally, you never feel intimidated by it. You don't feel as though it's tricky to drive, that you've got to be ultra careful with it. What it doesn't do is give you that thrill of driving. You know, you don't get what you get from an M4, but you do get a huge amount of satisfaction from driving. I think that's what these big Range Rovers give you. It's satisfaction. It makes you feel in control of the drive. You've got this beautiful big bonnet in front of you which reminds you of the car that you're in and how big it is and how impressive it is. And you feel safe in this thing, really safe, but you feel so far removed from the contact on the road. It glides down the road. It's really, really smooth in that respect. In terms of out-and-out performance, I've not even tried. I've not really put my foot down because I don't care. 25.9 miles to the gallon and it's still going up. It's definitely increasing. I could definitely live with that on long runs if I get the EV range around town. Why haven't I thought of this before? The other thing that I've heard very regularly about these Range Rovers is how quiet they are inside. And I can confirm it's very quiet in here. One of the quietest cars I've been in. However, I think you can get the wrong impression of that. So when I heard that, I thought, you won't hear anything. There won't be a single noise. Well, not quite. You can still hear wind. The wind is still rushing past. There's just less wind noise than I'd get in my car or most other cars I've driven, to be honest. Tyre noise, I can't hear it at all. I'm doing 63 miles an hour. That is absent. I just got very excited then because the MPG has hit 29.9. However, we are now on battery power again because we have some EV range, although it's rapidly depleting. But again, this is saving me money, isn't it? Because I've been using electricity, which has increased, it's gone to 30 mpg now. It decreased the fuel consumption, which means if I'd been driving my car down here, I'd have spent more money by now. Economics. We have reached the car park of doom. It's not that scary. It's car park C at Westfield, London, the aerial way one, Shepherd's Bush. And the reason I'm calling it the car park of doom is to keep you watching, obviously, but also because it's very tight, very, very tight. And whenever I take a car here that isn't mine, I'm worried about it because it's just, the curbs are really big. It's this bit here. It's coming round, I don't know what all these beeps are, by the way. It's coming round this kind of spiral entrance to the car park that bothers me. These bits, because this is a huge car. I may not be able to talk at the same time. It feels so big, but again, that rear wheel steering makes it slightly less trouser filling. It's still quite scary. We're doing okay. Don't speak too soon, Mark. Don't speak too soon. Oh, that rear wheel steering. I think it might be one of the best features of this car, as is this steering wheel. It's a beautiful thing to use. It's so light, honestly. Now, this is the next scary bit because, like so many car parks, the bit when you go in where the machines are, I've got no idea where the curbs are. Have we cleared it? We have cleared it. I think we're good. We are good. We're good. We're good. Whew. Right. Next problem, finding a car park space. Well, it is an easy car to park, but it's not an easy car to park amongst lots of other cars. So let's give that a go. Now, we do have the overhead car parking sensors. Very close to that VW. But we're all good. We're good. That feels okay, actually. That feels all right. Round we go. We have parked. Right, let's look at the spec and the price. Okay, there's lots of stuff here. I'm not going to go through the entire spec. So interior-wise, we have the ebony carpet. We have Helino perforated semi-aniline leather seats. Oh, that's the seats, which are lovely, by the way. SV bespoke ebony leather headlining, which I guess is this. We have the panoramic roof. That comes as standard. The SV bespoke wood and leather steering wheel. That is standard as well. Then we get to some of the options, and one of the most expensive is the seats. 4,900 quid. And that gives you the massage, cushion extension, the second row seat movements, lots of stuff. Oh, the captain's armrest. Is that? Or is it that? I have no idea. The infotainment, so the 11.4-inch rear seat entertainment, that thing I was showing you earlier. 3,700 quid. I guess that's for these two screens as well, so okay, fair enough. To be fair, most of it is standard. Let's just get straight to the price. It's just under £149,000. 148,850 quid to be exact. However, the base price is 138,000. So the options are just 10 grand. This car makes so much sense, doesn't it? I've got to go to my meeting now, so I'll do that. Then I'll come back. It will be dark then. I can show you the dark parts of the interior, well, what it's like when it's dark. Okay, the keen-eyed amongst you will have noticed that this isn't nighttime and it's not dark, and that's because I got back to the car last night after my meeting and just wanted to drive home. I'll be totally honest with you, I couldn't be bothered to film. I wanted to enjoy the hot stone massage and just the ride. If you hadn't noticed, I love this car. It's the best car I've ever driven. The question is, would I buy one? And the answer to that can't come until I've tested the latest Range Rover Sport and the Defender. This is beyond my means at the moment, but the Sport and the Defender second-hand, they're within grasp, I think, and my car is coming up for renewal relatively soon, and because of that I'm thinking Defender or latest Range Rover Sport. So the plan is to get those two cars from JLR, please JLR, and feature them on this channel, and then by the end of those these three videos, make a decision in terms of what I'm going to get next. If you're thinking about buying the latest Range Rover, just get it. Just buy it. It will be the best car you've ever bought. No matter what you're comparing it against and kind of going backwards and forwards between, just get this car. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Ooh, hot stone massage. Oh.